When I was coming back from the coast of Georgia, I received a phone call from my mother. She was calling to make sure the details were finalized and that we would finally get one. I got home, laid down, and I woke up to the sound of knocking. She's here.
¿Qué pasa, mamá? ¿Qué pasa, mamá?
We played, she pooped, she peed. I didn't realize at the moment my life would forever change.
She's stepping on it too.
I receive a message, and it's from my friend. She says,
Mira, tú sabes que el abuelo de él se murió como a las 7 de ayer, perdón. Como a las 7 de ayer, entonces, tú sabes, procura hablarle bien y con cariño.
It's 10 a.m. and I'm already at her house getting ready to head to a funeral. Not knowing how he would take this death, her mother tells us to be in our best behaviors, no laughing. I was grabbed immediately after arriving.
En él vamos a darle.
Sí, ¿verdad? Ella sí. Oh, que somos primos. Ella me decía, entre los primos se oprime marico.
He made jokes and his brothers and sisters were cracking jokes too. This took me back when I was at the funeral home when my grandmother died. The entire family had flown out, unlike his family, which had a chance to actually talk to his grandfather before he died, and not a lot of them showed up. Maybe that made the difference. I wonder if I would have cried or not said anything to her. Since nobody had a chance to officially say goodbye with my grandmother, a lot of people talked at her funeral. After the funeral, I told my friend, hey, we should go to my grandma's grave since they were located in the same spot. We walked over, saw her grave. It was a little bit dirty. And I realized that death brought peace in some people, especially in the situations of me and my friend where grandparents have endured this pain for so long that sadly, kind of have to euthanize. You have to euthanize them. That's kind of crazy. No, and I realized that even being in DR, I was calling up my sisters to see how my dog was doing. Not even my mother. I used to call my mother. My mom used to call me. And I realized that I wouldn't do that for a lot of people, and a lot of people in my generation need to start calling people. Like, not a text, bro. Like, call that person, even if it's one time a week. I know I hate talking on the phone because, in my opinion, it's nothing productive. But at the same time, it's like it brings them joy, especially like your grandparents or your parents or somebody you don't see a lot. You can send them a quick text. Hey, how you doing? Blah blah. Let's talk sometime. Let's catch up. And catch up, like, for the past 6 months, they've been living their own experience. And this goes back to the funeral thing. Side note, we went to see the Fantastic Four right after the funeral because it was the last day that I was in DR for. And the Fantastic Four released the same day, the July 24th. And we went to see it, and I just remember the car right there, and I don't know. It's an experience. It's not something I experience in the United States a lot. Just friends vibing, and I don't know. It feels like having a distant cousin, even though we're not related by blood. We're connected by the love we share for each other. Or at least that's how I feel. They might say "fuck you, Mario" or whatever. I don't care.
In 8th grade, I dated this one girl, and that relationship made me very happy. I look back at it to this day, right? So, it only lasted a month. We acted very immaturely. One thing led to another, and we eventually had to break up. I don't remember if it was an agreement that led to the breakup, like we both agreed on it, or if it was her that did it with me. I feel like it was a little bit of both, if that makes sense. So she broke up with me, and I'm gonna be so honest, man. I was so new to relationships that I did not know how to handle a breakup. So, to be honest, I did things I wasn't proud of. I guilt tripped her and a bunch of other things that were not good. And I don't hate myself for it because I was so new to relationships. But at the same time, I could have handled that so much more better. But thankfully, I had good friends around me who were there for it. But it wasn't easy. And honestly, I don't think I fully recovered from that relationship. Even though it's been so long, part of me just hasn't fully recovered. And then during my most recent breakup this year in March with this girl I dated for over a year, honestly, looking back at it, I feel like I could have done a little bit better with this one, but it was so much more. I handled it way better though. I feel like I could have done things a little bit better, but other than that, I handled it so much more better because me and her both, well, it was me that broke up with her because I just wasn't feeling happy anymore and I didn't want to drag things on, so I ended things with her. It wasn't easy, man, because it reminded me of that relationship from 8th grade where she had broke up with me. I'm pretty sure she had broke up with me, but I had to break up with my most recent ex, and wow, it was not easy. It was not easy. So I handled it much better. Me and her came to an agreement, so yeah. But breakups really can change you, but they make you into a stronger person. So, I mean, part of me is glad that they happened, if that makes sense. But at the same time, they really did affect me a lot. But I'm here today, God bless, so everything's all good now.